when you don't tell the whole story of a book. You just tell the important parts of the story. I like summarizing because it tells about something but not all the details. I learned how to summarize. To summarize, you tell the most important details or the main idea of the story. Take out the most detail out of the story, but don't retell the story. And if you retell the story, you won't have a good connect or a good summary. But if you only tell the important stuff, it will be better.
I like summaries because they tell the most important parts of the book.
First, this is what I did. I talked about the most important details. So summarizing is when you read a book and you tell the most important details, but not every single word.
Right here, 45.
So I wouldn't just say every single word in the book. I would just say the most important things.
Summarizing is basically you take the most important details and you put them all in a few sentences. Let's say if I were reading a chapter book, I would probably have only about 2 pages because I only put the main details in. So, yeah, and summarizing, I think of summarizing as pretty fun.
For a summary, you take out the most important details and you do not retell the story. If you do, that is not a very good summary. So if you need a summary, all you need to do is take out the most important detail.
For connections, you have to read a book or see something, and if you already heard about that or something similar to that, you can write it down, and you have to make a deep connection. And a deep connection, you have to tell a lot of detail and say why that helps you understand the story or the other real life events, how they help you understand the other thing.
Connection is where you make a connection with a book. If you had brown hair, you do and you had brown if you had brown hair and the book had brown hair, that's a connection, but you probably don't want to make it that simple.
A connection is where you read a book and you know what they're talking about because you've had that experience in your life, or it's something to the world, and you just know what they're talking about because you've had that experience.
I learned how to make meaningful connections. You make meaningful connections by either doing text to self, which is where you connect something in a book to something you did in your life. You can also use text to text, which is where you connect a book to another book. Then you can do text to world, where you connect something out of a book to the world. I like doing connections because they're easier for me to do. First, you talk about how you feel and talk about how it helps you understand the story better and use your own words.
Connections are where you take a book and you compare something in the book to something close to you or that is real, and you compare them and how they're the same.
Connections are where you read a book and it helps you understand, when you read another book, it helps you understand the book you read before.
How you make a connection is, let's say I was reading a book, they had a white house and I have a white house too, that'd be a surface connection. We want to make deep connections. So let's say you have to some way prove that let's say it said something like this girl lived in Fall Creek, Wisconsin. I live in Fall Creek, Wisconsin too, and that helps me understand what the school looks like. It's supposed to help your teacher know that you understand that book better.
A connection is where one of the things you could do to do a connection is, well, you could write it on a piece of paper, or you could take a video of doing one. And how you do it is you find something about a book or some text and connect it to something in your life that you've seen or done. But usually it'll help you understand the story better. Like when I did the Tales of Despero, I connected it to Russ, the mouse and the motorcycle, because they both faced danger. They both were going on a quest for something different. Despero did it to help the princess, and Russ and the other mouse, I forgot his name, did it to help a friend that was a human.
Self-regulating is asking yourself and answering questions. Also, if you didn't understand things, going back and reading and then rereading basically the same thing.
Self-regulate is where you read a book and you ask yourself questions like, if something doesn't make sense, should you either keep reading to find out or reread? And what do you think was a good book? What could the author have done differently?
When you self-regulate, you ask yourself questions after, during, and before the book starts, and asking questions like, what is this book gonna be about? What have I learned about this book? Is there any parts of the word I know that I can use to figure out the word?
To self-regulate is to ask questions. You can ask questions before you start reading, like, what is this book going to be about?
It looks like.
And also during, like, what's going to be next in the book. You can also read it after. Like, no, not yet. Yeah. What did I just read? And you can ask questions. Did I like this book? By like what the author did?
Oh, self-regulate. Oh, I love that one. Self-regulate is where you rate your understanding and identify the confusion and ask yourself questions. So yeah, that is self-regulate.